Good morning, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. We're actually having our final event today. You know what, Tyler? I'm going to let you talk.
Well, we're going to actually have our finals right now of Travion Young versus Ryan LeClaire. Both players have done very well in this event overall. Obviously, they're in the finals. We'll be having, as you've already seen, Fortune Ladies versus Mecha Phantom Beasts. It's going to be a very intense matchup of two decks that are doing completely different things. One trying to be a very, very aggressive deck, doing combos with Totally Awesome and such like that, and the other being very passive, very anti-meta type deck that's grinding it out. So let's go ahead and inform them that they can go ahead and start. And they have been informed, and we are starting. Both players have had feature matches already before, so no surprises should be popping up for either of them. I'm sure I've talked to both of them actually, and they both informed me that they had gone back and actually watched the videos of the others' feature match. So both players have an idea of what they're trying to do.
You know, Tyler, I think that's always so very important to look at other featured matches just so you know and you can be on the same level.
Exactly. I mean, when in doubt, expect the other person to take advantage of every opportunity, and you should be doing the same. So it was very smart of both players to take advantage of the information that's available, especially in these online tournaments. It's just so easy to access them, and there's nothing against the rules of doing that.
And I think it's a good time to mention that we will be having more of these events.
Yep, not exactly like this one where we have all these fun, silly strategies trying to be more competitive than what they typically are. But we will have some other interesting events later on. But immediately, we're probably going to go into some more competitive like events. But today, these two players are playing for the grand prize: three drowning mirror forces and a DDD, the Pendulum Domination structure deck. So first place will be awarded both of those prizes today.
Donated by Grey Castle Games.
Yep. The DDD, the Pendulum structure deck. Yep. Donated by Grey Castle. So we had a very strong opening from our Fortune Lady player with his Totally Awesome, but he has a Trick Clown and a Strap Knight that are just hanging out right now. And it looks like we're getting baited by the Book of Moon immediately. Seems like a pretty easy negate right there. Not the favorite one, though. Now he's set up for another rank 4 play by adding water to his hand. And it's very possible that this whole match could have been decided by... Oh, ooh, that Raigeki. That was strong.
Good timing.
That was strong. Book-a-Moon and Raigeki in that opening is just about everything you could ask for. Now he just has to have a monster. And he has the monster to answer the Trick Clown and make it where he doesn't get entirely too much value out of that same Trick Clown. Definitely wondering if at any point we'll actually see Ryan start with Card of Demise. He's been in multiple matches where he has not activated it once from what we've seen, and that's just absolutely insane. Such a good card, and I guess he can just not open everything. But we should be seeing, yep, some back row right here.
Two back rows set, and the turn passed.
His opponent does have quite a bit of card advantage right now. But when you're playing anti-meta, you're not expecting to have the big board. So his... Oh, here's the Twin Twister. discarding his own Raigeki right there. And we saw a Quaking and another Quaking. 2 Quakings bite the dust. And water actually lets him get 300 points for every level it has. Cool thing about the Fortune Ladies is that during each of their standby phases, their level actually increases by 1. So it gets bigger every standby phase and becomes harder to seize or synchro with it, but it just becomes stronger and stronger. So it is very possible we could see this Fortune Lady Water end up being a very strong independent card.
Now, Tyler, with having to trade a Raigeki, do you think there was value in getting rid of 2 Quakings, or?
Oh, absolutely. Having security, knowing that your attack was going to go through, and you having the bigger monster at that point, it's just go old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! At that point. Just have the bigger monster, and he has the Book of Moon that he got from his opponent. So his monster is going to get up to at least 1,500, if not stronger, as the turns go by. And right now, he is ahead of his opponent. His opponent only has a 0/0 monster, while he has a 1,200, and he has 3 available cards to use versus his 2, really. The token's just life point security one time. So his opponent does, the Mecha Phantom Beasts do play the 1,900 point monster, which he has the bigger monster now, but Book of Moon is just very capable of answering it to make it where his monster is bigger. But the good thing for Mecha Phantom Beasts is that if he Book of Moons the 1,900 points, that 1,900 points actually can't die a battle unless the token's killed first. So that was actually a really good card to have here. But we had the Floodgate Trap Hole to flip it down permanently. Who needs Book of Moon? We can just flip it down to where it can't flip up until he's ready to answer it. Oh, we have another Mega Phantom Beast in hand because he's activating for another normal summon. And with this one being a tuner, he might be synchroing for a 5 here. I wonder if he plays any. I actually don't recall whether or not he plays one or not. But it would be very cool to see him forcing out all of the back row here, which he forced it out early. I'm actually kind of shocked by that. Because I believe, yeah, Orion can't be killed a battle either until the token's gone.
So it really just delayed the turn.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy situation for Fortune Ladies to break through all this, actually. Like, if all your opponent's monsters can't die by battle, good old-fashioned beatdown isn't going to do a whole lot. Yeah, he just attacked into the lion for no reason. I guess he forgot that effect. Now, yeah. He either misclicked on and hit the monster instead, or he completely forgot to read what Mecha Phantom Beasts do in the core. Because all of them say if you control a token, they can't die by battle or card effect. And here's the synchro. So we do have a 5, and it is Armades. It has seen so much play in the past, and it gets right into a Solemn Strike.
Tough luck.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like either that's gonna be a token, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna get a token off that, which puts him right back in a position where the 1,000 defense right here cannot die by battle. So he has to answer the. Oh, we have Token Sunday. He killed his own token to get rid of water, and now we are in top deck mode. Neither player has a playable card in play at the moment. This is definitely what the kind of finals we want to see, where both players are definitely having to duke it out with everything they got. And we see water off the top, so we do have a way to answer that monster finally. And now let's see if Ryan can answer back with a monster of his own or a good top deck of his own. Maybe a card of demise off the top. Let's see it. That would be insane.
No, but we do see the monster, which is just as good because when it attacks, it makes the token, and they're the same attack, and it won't bail out of battle. So he answered very well. That was almost as good of a top deck you could ask for without it being carded demise. So let's see if Fortunately he's going to answer right back. One card at a time, guys. That is all we are playing. I definitely feel like Mecha Phantom Beasts have the advantage in this kind of duel because of the fact that all of his things only need one card to really do anything. Whereas Fortune Ladies, he's built it to be more of a combo deck, so a lot of his stuff requires 2 cards to do something. I feel like it's going to be really tough for him to get over all this.
Luckily, with not too high of attack power, he does have a few turns to find an answer, but...
Yeah, he does have that. So... Oh, and we see his famous Thunder King Ryo, which isn't the best thing here, but it's not the worst either. Killing the token means that he is in a position where the Falcon isn't near as good. Oh, actually, never mind. I forgot about that effect entirely. It's a spell speed 2. He can sack a token and switch the position of his Thunder King, so that actually is insanely good. That Black Falcon is so good in this situation because it's gonna make another token, and maybe he drew some back row here. I mean, no matter what he draws here, it's actually really good no matter what. Because card in demise, we finally see it. 3 cards right there. I don't know how he can lose this game now. It'll be really difficult. That card of demise is basically game sealing. Yep, we see a second monster, some back row, all off of 1 card off the top.
The card advantage definitely does help.
That was a huge swing in momentum right there. I was just wishing for him some back row, and he just gets everything. Cause I honestly, I would be wishing for Travion some stuff too, but I don't know what he could get here. I mean, at this point, bigger monsters is good, but yeah, he's in a position where those top decks are determining his fate. And I don't think there's a whole lot left.
I don't see him coming back from this.
Yeah, I mean, and we have enough points of damage on the field for lethal, so it could be over this turn depending on what that back row is. Now, if his opponent did have Drowning randomly there, that would have actually been really bad attacking with Mathematician first. The best thing would be to attack with Black Falcon, trigger, get your token, and if he did have the Drowning, to put all 3 of them back, then at least he would have a second token there. So, I definitely... Oh,
100 shot?
Lethal. Never mind, I did my math wrong. Yeah, he only had 4,400, but yeah, there's still a lot... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He has his famous Gustav max right there, 2,000 damage. Okay, yeah, it's game. Yep, there we go. Gustav Max in his second feature match appearance. Whew. What a game 1. That is definitely something that we expect out of these 2 players, to be able to... Not only was Travion able to make a very powerful turn 1 situation, but for Ryan to just bounce back and show that his deck is capable of breaking a board that most decks in this tournament have not been capable of. And with that being said, playing one of the most pure decks that we had in this event too. I believe he was only playing the Thunder Kings, and then outside of that, everything is Mecha Phantom Beast. So it is really cool to see such a pure strategy being as successful as this one has been.
Especially when it's one of those archetypes that seem to have just fallen by the wayside.
Oh yeah. Like in a normal day, if we hear about Mecha Phantom Beast doing well, I think the market would get bought out on everything. It'd be a very expensive deck after just hearing someone talk about Mecha Phantom Beast doing something at a regular event. So, especially with how market's been lately. Oof. everything's get bought out left and right.
I'm excited for it.
So, see what our side decking ends up being this time around, and how big of an impact it actually might have. So I don't know what they would be siding exactly, but I'm gonna double check what we could be seeing here. And especially within the last one, I'm just gonna go ahead and mention everyone's entire side deck. So if y'all feel like my calls on what they might be doing are a little off, you'll know what's available to be done. So in Ryan's Ryan apparently is trying to motivate Travion a little bit. So with Mega Beasts, we're looking at, I don't know the card off the top of my head on the first card, but it seems to be another Mega Beast in his sideboard. But he does have the Wind Barrier statue, which does seem very good against a strategy like Travion's that does like to spam the field. Now, it might not be as good with him going second, because Travion will get all his special summons first. It looks like he has 3 MSTs. Again, not the best. I think the only card I would really sideboard in going second in this matchup would probably be the Book of Eclipses. He has 2 of those in his sideboard just to have another way of answering that the boards that Travion's capable of. So those are the main things. I'm not going to go ahead and go over all of it since it looks like we're starting now. But I will go ahead and still pull up Travion's list as well. While we're seeing our start of Summoner Monk by him. And with his list, he has Twin Twisters, which I believe that will come in. He has Dark Holes. That's not very good in this matchup, so I doubt that's going to see anything. Probably not any Secret Village, not any Kaiku. Thunder King doesn't seem very good. Maybe the Kaijus, because his opponent has monsters that can't die a battle very easily and be pretty good. Maxi's probably not. He may have brought in Effect Value. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Travion has a whole lot he can actually work with in this particular matchup. Maybe the Twin Twisters, and that'd be just about it. Maybe the Kaijus, if he just felt like anything in his main deck was a little weaker than the others. But, we're ditching the Soul Charge. That is a very hefty way to start the game, getting rid of such a powerful card. But we do see a Treptrix with Flasia. It looks like he's planning on trying to answer Ryan's first monster. It's a very good card. Lets him play any whole trap card basically from his deck. So, but very hefty cost to put on the table. So I'm definitely interested. It doesn't seem like he opened very well. Having, I am sorry, Travion. It does not look like it is your day right now. I'm so sorry. Such a not the ideal opening whatsoever, and just to get hit by a dark hole after all that.
Yeah, to have to pay a soul charge and to just have it knocked right out of your face.
And we see a card of Demise off the gate.
Turn 1.
Now, the weakness to this card of Demise is he's going to have to discard at least 1 card. If he drew 3 spell and traps, he's going to have to discard 2. So he wants a monster here. But this is definitely a very, very strong way to open. And
Foolish Burial.
He has a Foolish Burial, which if he has 2 monsters here, he can actually summon both of them because it's a normal summon off the tuner. So that's actually really, really good if he drew more monsters than most decks typically want to off Card of Demise. We see the tuner being normal summoned. So at this, and he has another normal summon. So even if he didn't have another Mecha he has all of his tuners, we have a little weenie beatdown going on now, guys. But as I was saying though, if he had not drawn the tuners, drawn 2 monsters, flipping over the Foolish means that he would have been able to set all of his back row if there were 2 back rows. So he was not discarding anything this turn. It makes a little poker mark. Looks like Ryan has decided to with his being so far ahead. He's having a little bit of fun now with his comments. He's pretty excited and probably. I mean, if I were him, I'd be feeling pretty confident about the situation too. Although he's not pushing for a whole lot of damage, so his opponent does have a little bit of time.
Such a strong back row, though.
Yeah, there's probably at least one quaking back there, and that is not the easiest thing to deal with, especially if you don't have the twin twisters to try to answer at least half that back row. But Card of Demise is such a powerful card. Like, being up by 2 cards right now is just backbreaking with how weak Travion's open was. But again, at least Travion does have time. Oh,
Connection has been lost? Wow. Was that us?
I'm not sure if it was us or if it was everyone. It looks like it was us.
What?
That's interesting. It's not letting me go back in. Show started.
I apologize for the technical difficulties. Not sure what happened.
It's not letting me watch them, but they are still actively playing. Try let's see here, guys. I'm gonna try one more thing, and we should find this. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Awkward commentary.
Pretty much. This is definitely something I've not experienced before.
Worst part of all, we still have internet, so.
Yeah, we have internet. It looks like it was some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro error. I'm gonna let them know that we've been kicked and have them just kind of inform us of what's going on.
True radio announcement days.
It's very weird that's not giving us the option to spectate here.
Why don't you try to close out the program and bring it back?
I actually did when you walked out the room. Yeah. Hmm.
You know what? We're just going to go ahead and stop the broadcast from here, and we'll just let you know who wins in the comments section. Again, thank you very much for watching. This has been Daniel Howe with Gray Castle Games, and
Tyler Ashlock is signing out with. Hopefully, we'll probably just have only a game 2 and it be wrapped up. So, yep.
if it happens to go game 3, we will continue to try to get back in. Thank you very much.